Typically, for us, we can be an divorce thing. As I do, to go to the so that to come up with I remember our boys.
It's almost impossible because when the other heads of state come here, they'll have to meet the host president. And as they meet the host president, he's part of the funeral, whether you like it or not. You understand? And in any case, when it comes to landing here at KKIA, we have a problem. The ZAF Air Commander who controls the airspace of Zambia falls under the Commander-in-Chief who's Hakainde Hichilema right now. So if he says, don't let them land, what are we going to do? It's another impasse. So it's difficult. So whether you like it or not, either way, the president of the country called Zambia will have to be involved.
Whether one admired him or opposed him, Edgar Chagwa Lungu served as Zambia's 60th Republican president, a fact that places him firmly in the nation's historical narrative. And when a person of such stature dies, one question arises, not out of sentimentality, but out of duty. Where should he be buried? The answer, objectively and unequivocally, is Zambia. Why? Because burial is not just about where a body rests. It's about what a nation remembers. First, there is the matter of patriotism. Edgar Lungu, for all his controversies and complexities, dedicated a significant portion of his life to saving the Republic. To bury him outside Zambia would undermine the very essence of national service. Regardless of one's political leanings, burying a former president within the borders he once swore to protect is a symbolic reaffirmation that Zambia honors those who have occupied the highest office in the land, even when they leave the office under a cloud. Patriotism, after all, is tested not in moments of agreement, but in how we treat those we disagree with. Then there is historical continuity. From Kenneth Kaunda to Michael Sata, every Zambian president has been buried in Zambia. These burial sites are more than resting places. They are national landmarks. They form a part of Zambia's living memory, helping the country make sense of its political journey. Breaking from that tradition would serve a threat in the fabric of our democratic history. Burying President Lungu in Zambia also serves a deeper purpose: national unity. Death can do what politics often fail to do: bring people together. In death, even a divisive figure becomes a part of a shared story. Lungu's burial on Zambian soil would allow the country to look beyond partisanship and affirm a collective identity. It would send a message that while Zambia may debate fiercely, it respects fully. Moreover, public mourning is part of healing. A burial abroad would rob many Zambians, supporters and critics alike, of the opportunity to engage in this civic ritual. Mourning is not just for those who voted for him. It's for a nation reflecting on a chapter of its history, grappling with what is meant, and preparing to move forward. And let's not forget legacy. Whether his presidency is remembered for its strengths or its flaws, Edgar Lungu's leadership was consequential. To bury him elsewhere is to detach him from the very soil his legacy shaped. For better or worse, his history, his record, and his memory should be preserved where they can be questioned. studied, and remembered by the people most affected by them, the Zambians. The Law Association of Zambia gave guidance by adding its voice to the discussions, citing the case, the People versus Secretary to the Cabinet ex parte Kawichi Kaunda, which opined that a former president is not an ordinary person, and hence entitled to a state funeral, which is a public funeral ceremony observing strict rules of protocol, held to honor people of national significance. Ultimately, burying Lungu in Zambia is not about honoring the man alone. It's about honoring the institution of presidency, the dignity of national history, and the maturity of a democratic society. To do otherwise would be to suggest that our divisions are stronger than our sense of identity. And that would be a betrayal, not of Lungu, but of Zambia itself. This is politics aside. I'm Charlie the engineer. Please, let's bring the body of our late president home.